Hello, KB. I'm here with a quick math video for you, and today we're going to keep adding. We're doing such a good job with adding at home and at school, and in today's lesson, you're going to see some adding sentences or adding equations acted out, and then you're going to be tracing and writing the numbers and symbols to show what that adding looks like. I think you're going to do a great job, and you'll see what I mean once we get into it. So we're going to check in with Mr. Mouse first and see what he has to share with us.
Hi there! You know, we get a lot of visitors at the zoo, and most of them come in cars. Just this morning, there were 2 cars waiting when the zoo opened. And then another car came right after that. Let me show you what I mean. Click the sign. Here are the cars. First there were 2, and then came this one. So, how many cars are at the zoo this morning? 2, and then 1 more, right? Let's find out how to write this down. Hey, maybe we can even act it out using counters. That'll be fun, right? Come on, let's see what we can do.
So yeah, we see an adding situation coming right here. We started with 2 cars, 1 more came. Our first group has 2. Our second group just has 1. If we count them all together, we'll be able to figure out how many came to the zoo.
You can use counters to act out addition word problems. There are 2 fish swimming in water. 1 more fish joins them. How many fish are there in all? What do you need to find to solve the problem? You need to find the number of fish in all. Let's use counters to act out the problem. How many fish are already swimming? Click the fish to see.
So we can see a picture here that needs to be added together. And when we do this at school, sometimes we draw our own pictures, or we can draw counters and use those to show that how we're going to add.
There are 2 fish already swimming. Use 2 counters to show the 2 fish. How many fish join them? Click to see.
So yep, we have our first group of fish right here. We see there's 2 fish, so we use 2 counters.
1 fish. Here's 1 more counter. 1, 2, 3. Let's use an addition sentence to show how many fish there are in all. An addition sentence shows what 2 plus 1 is equal to. This is the is equal to symbol. It means is the same as. 2 plus 1 tells you there are 2 fish, and 1 more joins them. The 3 tells you how many fish there are in all. 2 plus 1 is the same as 3. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3.
Yep, just like we've been doing at school. So when we set up our adding sentence, this 2 is for our first group of 2 fish that we showed with 2 counters. This means plus, and when we say plus, that tells us that we're about to add. The 1 is for our second group of just 1 fish, and we used 1 counter to show. Equals means that it's going to be the same. 2 plus 1 equals 3. If we count these all together, we get 3. Having 2 and 1 is the same as having 3.
There are 2 ducks swimming in a pond. 2 more ducks come to the pond. How many ducks are there in all? You can use counters to act out the problem. How many ducks are swimming in the pond? 2. Drag the counters to show how many ducks are swimming in the pond. Click check when you're done.
Okay. So I'm going to drag our counters to show our first group. We have 2 ducks.
That's right. 2 counters show how many ducks are swimming in the pond. How many more ducks come to the pond? 2. Drag counters to show the ducks that come to the pond. Click check when you're done.
So our first 2 counters were for the 2 ducks already in the pond. But we have another group of ducks coming, so I'm going to drag 2 counters for those ducks.
Great job! 2 counters show how many more ducks come to the pond. How many ducks are there in all? Count the counters. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 ducks. You can use numbers and symbols to tell how many ducks there are in all. Drag the numbers to the blanks to complete the addition sentence.
So now we need to
Start with the first blank. Drag a number to show how many ducks are swimming in the pond. Click check when you're done.
So now we need to set up our adding sentence. We need to start with the ducks that were already in the pond because that's our first group. We use 2 counters for them, so I'm going to drag a 2 for our first number in that adding sentence.
That's right. There are 2 ducks swimming in the pond. How many ducks come to the pond? Drag the number that shows how many. Click check when you're done.
So now we need a number for our second group, which are the ducks that are going to join them. Here's our second group. We put 2 counters for them, so I'm going to drag a 2 to show that we're adding 2 in.
Right. 2 more ducks come to the pond. How many ducks are there in all? Drag the number that shows how many. Click check when you're done.
Now it's time to count them all together. So we're doing 2 plus 2 equals 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can check both of my pictures to make sure I have the right sum.
Excellent! There are 2 ducks swimming in the pond. 2 more ducks come to the pond. There are 4 ducks at the pond now. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4.
Okay, now you're going to have a chance to try this on your own. You'll be seeing 2 groups, just like we had our ducks already in the pond and our ducks coming to the pond, and you'll be able to use a picture to add them together and then set up an adding sentence using our plus sign, our equal sign, a number for the first group, a number that's getting added in, and then a number that shows the sum all together. Good job, everyone. Good luck with your work. I know you're going to do a great job